Okay, welcome to another live event. This is Total OS Today, Total Technology for beginners and beyond. Welcome here in the live chat. Of course, the big news is the monster Hurricane Ryan, and it is a monster. I'm just catching up on some news updates. I just read where evidently in some beaches in Florida and Bahama, the ocean was sucked away. Yeah, that's not that unusual, I guess, with storms like this. I guess Hurricane Irma is hitting Florida, Category 4. That's bad. Very bad. Anyway, we'll wait a few minutes before we officially get started. Hello, Ryan, Fidel, everybody here in the chat room. If you are stopping by, please do say hello. How's the mic? My sound okay? Many photographs, videos. There's a lot of live streams coming out of Florida from the storm. I guess that's to be expected. Okay, it's 1:30, so we'll go ahead and get started as I'm browsing. I have an Apple iPad mini picking up some updates as we speak. Okay, anyway, we'll get started. It is 1:30. Welcome back. This is Total OS Today. Welcome back to another live stream. Well, for today's topic, we'll get into some news, but really it's all about Hurricane Irma, and it is attacking Florida. It looks like, this is from CNN, Florida, much of Florida is also under a tornado watch, just what they needed. I guess it slammed into the Gulf side of the state as a Category 4. I believe 10,000 flights, more than 10,000 flights have been canceled. That is a lot of flights. Who knows how many people have been stranded. It hit some of the islands, Barbuda, somewhere else. Somebody posted a video. It looked like a bomb went off. Very, very devastating, to say the least. We are recording this live. I live here in Ohio. It's 64 degrees, dry, sunny, clear. No storm here. I actually just got done cutting the grass. I just had myself some lunch. I figured I would jump on before I jump in the shower and get cleaned up, but this is bad. Hurricane Irma, one of the biggest. I believe they said there was only one storm that was bigger than this one. Hurricane Allen, I believe, was the name of it. But let's take a look at some news articles here about the storm. Someone posted this video from Miami. Take a look at this and watch for the guy on the left taking pictures. There he is in red, and there he goes. I'm not sure how much this is buffering, but I'll play it again. Watch on the left, and if it wasn't the fact that it's a storm, it would be funny. Obviously it's not funny. There's some more video here. Somebody posted that the Florida Keys is literally underwater. Speaking of water, it seems like storms are getting bigger and more powerful. I lived in Florida during the 90s. I don't recall storms as bad as this. I think the last big storm in the 90s was, I believe, was Hurricane Andrew. Okay, let's get out of that. Well, safety tips, how to survive a hurricane, obviously. If you can't get out, get to a shelter. Make sure you have enough supplies if you are going to ride it out. I believe during the strongest part of the storm, the wind was up to 200 miles an hour or something like that, 185 miles per hour. If you're going to ride it out, well, get to a safe place if you can, but if you're going to ride it out, try to get to a basement if you have one. You may want to wear a helmet. Try to get between a mattress if you can. It seems to me that the biggest threat from hurricanes. Oh, hi, Charlie. Welcome to the show. Charlie Henson. Notice how all the power is still on. Charlie, yes, but not for long, I would imagine. I'm sure the power crews in Florida are going to be very busy. I would not be surprised, Charlie, if millions of residents will be without power. Hello, Dennis. Hello, Chris. Welcome to the live stream. But yeah, Charlie, the power is on for now. It's probably going to be hit and miss in terms of power. But I think I went through one storm in Orlando during the 90s. There was some flooding, but nothing like this. This is, I don't recall ever hearing a government official say, if you live in Florida, get out. I've never heard of that. That's pretty serious. But getting back to this hurricane and how to survive, obviously get out if you can, get to a shelter. If you're not going to get to a shelter and you wish to ride it out, get to a basement if you have one. At least that's what I would do. You may want to wear a helmet, because it seems to me that the biggest threat, besides the rain and having your car stuck and floating in water, the biggest threat to me would be a flying projectile or projectiles. A sign, who knows, a piece of wood, glass slamming into you. So wearing some kind of a helmet, maybe a motorcycle helmet, probably isn't a bad idea if you are going to ride it out. And as I read this here, looks like 10 people. Record-breaking storm. Looks like 10 people have been killed from what I see here. What to take with you? Well, obviously, water, food, medical supplies, keys, vital documents. I have a Eton, E-T-O-N, weather radio that I use here. I think I've had to use it once this year here in Ohio. But it has, obviously, it picks up, I think, the 7 different weather station bands. It has a built-in flashlight, radio, a crank recharger to recharge the battery. But here in Ohio, usually those type of storms aren't that much of an issue. It's usually thunderstorms, wind, but I do have a weather radio that I use very rarely, but I do have one. So if you're going to protect your home, it says here sandbags, plywood, waterproof tarp. Let's go to the Weather Channel. And according to this, the worst is yet to come. Probably so. Nightmare just beginning. Potentially catastrophic strike on southwest Florida. Yeah, what's going to happen here is first you get buffeted with the wind, the rain, and then a storm surge, which is, I guess, a form of a tsunami. That's nasty. Chris, you say in France, big storms are rare. Yeah, I would imagine so. I just got a call from my dad in Italy. Of course, Italy, they've had a major drought, heat wave, the worst in 60 years. They could use some of this rain. I think he said that they were going to get rain this weekend, some storms, and they need it. But it's ironic how some parts of the world get too much rain. Then you have Europe, like in Italy, they get none. Over in France, Chris, are you suffering from a drought and a heat wave? I know Spain is. I'm not sure about France, but it's been pretty bad in Rome. They've had to shut off the water fountains in Rome, the first time I've ever heard of that. And this person says, not scared at all, man riding out Irma. Okay. Probably not the smartest thing to do. This thing is bigger than the state of Texas. Nasty. Let me get to my iPad here real quick, see what pops up. But yeah, it's I actually have some friends who live in Orlando, and I think they're going to be okay in Orlando in the middle of the state. Here's a headline here: more than 1 million lose power, and that'll probably double or more when this is all said and done. I'm reading a headline here from the New York Times. Florida is getting punched or is about to get punched. And officially it looks like, let's see here, more than 1.3 million customers in Florida are without power. That's going to double, I'm sure. Florida officials have ordered more than 6.5 million residents to leave their homes. 6.5 million are told to leave, wow, their homes. There are hundreds of shelters in Florida. I don't think they can house millions. At least I don't think so. But this is bad. If there is anybody watching this in Florida, you really shouldn't, unless I suppose you're in a shelter. You know, I always appreciate you guys watching, but if you are in Florida, please be safe. Yeah. I mentioned the Eaton Red Cross radio. I use a form of something like this. Mine's a few years old, but mine has a handle like this on the top. The one I have has a solar panels to recharge the battery, and a crank and a digital digital clock. Okay, Charlie, thanks for stopping by. I sound great. Nice mic. Okay, yeah, it's just a little headset mic. Thank you, Charlie. Thanks for stopping by. OS first timer, welcome to the stream. We were just talking about Hurricane Irma hitting Florida. It's a big one. We talked about what's been going on. 10,000 flights canceled. We were, of course, you can play the stream back. We talked about how to survive a hurricane, and we're just looking at some Eaton Red Cross hand crank radios. I have one of these that I use for emergencies. Of course, here in Ohio, it's not that big of a deal. Let's get out of this here. On a side note, I was able to install the Cubzilla or the Falcon browser via Snap Package, and it seems to be okay. It's probably the fastest one, the fastest browser I've ever tested, at least in Linux. So you may want to check out the new Cubzilla, or formerly Cubzilla, Falcon browser. Catastrophic storm pummeling Florida, and looks like 3 dead, including a sheriff's deputy. Sorry to hear that. And of course, with a storm like that, you have tornado warnings. Here's a storm here covering pretty much the entire state of Florida, and then some. Irma wallops Florida. Yep. Up to 8 million. Yeah. I would imagine at least that are going to be affected. That's bad. Checking my updates here on my iPad. But I think as far as this goes, what can you say? I hope they remain safe in Florida. I think what we'll do here, we'll finish up with some news. And then we'll just wrap this up for today. Okay, let's see here. Let's go here. Do I like coding? I do not. OS first timer, no. There is some Windows 10 news that is important. Windows 10, this is as of today. Windows 10 promises not to automatically download updates behind your back anymore. I'm not sure why they did that in the first place. Microsoft has promised not to repeat its initial somewhat forceful approach. Somewhat forceful? Let's face it, the forced updates was stupid. Yeah, to the Windows 10 upgrades. Let's see here. Microsoft has responded to a lawsuit from a German consumer agency by promising not to repeat its initial approach. MS was heavily criticized during the initial rollout of the next generation operating system between mid-2015 and mid-2016. During the promotional year, customers could claim a free upgrade. Microsoft pre-installed 6 gigabytes of data on users' machines. So there you go. Don't know why they did it in the first place. It was dumb. But as of today, it would appear they promised not to automatically download updates behind your back. Never should have been done in the first place. Like I've always said, never underestimate the power of stupidity. And that's what it was. Windows 10 from a technical standpoint is fine. It was the politics that was, well, it was stupid. JP or J Productions, how are you? You're streaming and love if some people could join or just check out the channel, J Productions. Okay, well, if anybody out there has time, check out J Productions on YouTube. J Productions 7. Welcome to the live stream, Jay. So I think what we'll do here, I'm just checking my notes here. Okay, give me a second. I think I'm good here. Okay. It is a serious day. Hopefully the people will be okay. Cody says, I get the feeling MS isn't going to stop the automatic updates. Well, this is their official statement, Cody. So hopefully they will. Alright, so I don't have any more official news as far as that goes. If you're looking for more updated Linux news, you may want to check up Quids Up channel here on YouTube. He usually does a weekly wrap-up of almost 100% Linux news. I do a little bit of everything. So if you're looking for more news of the week, I will not be doing one this weekend, but check out Quids Up channel. And why don't we finish up with some oddball news, and then we'll wrap this up. So this is from UPI. Let's see if anything here is funny, catches my eye. Michigan Beer Chair dispenses beer from Upper Peninsula. I guess he has a beer dispenser in his lounge here. Well, that's cool. Alright. Stephen King meets main duck of justice. Haha. Ew. A giant crocodile captured in front of Malaysian store. That thing is huge. It looks like about 10 foot from head to tail. Wow. Men carrying fridge across highway caught on dash cam. This is in Russia. Okay. What else do we have here? Cigarette sparked air freshener blast blows doors off and roof off a car. Really? Cigarette sparked air freshener blast. Oh my goodness. Well, with all the windows gone, you definitely have a breath of fresh air, don't you? Overdue library book returned after 36 years. Haha. Man fined for driving off with wife on hood of car. Well, this was in China, or on a Chinese road, of course. Where else would it happen? Excuse me. Well, I guess he wanted to show off his wife. What can I say? Yeah, a lot of crocs could have made it out of that crocodile, yeah. 84-year-old great-grandfather's world's oldest male bodybuilder. Well, good for him. Let's go to the next page. Mom pumps, yeah, milk to serve to. Okay. Live grenade sold at Michigan garage sale. No, thank you. Teen complete Rubik's Cube and world record 4.69 seconds. Wow. He was lucky. Tooth Fairy writes, note warning, child to take care of his teeth. Haha. Adidas releases beer repellent Oktoberfest sneakers. Of course. Don't forget to pick up a pair. Oh, last page and we're done with this, guys. Belgian hotel offers goldfish rentals to lonely guests. I guess they're really lonely. Let's see, anything else here? A lot of croc stories. Amateur gymnast gets stuck in bathroom window on Tinder date. Of course. How else would you get stuck, right? Oh my. Anyway, that's all I have for this live edition for September 10th, 2017. Once again, I want to thank everybody for stopping by. If you live in Florida, please be safe. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and support the channel if you can. All the links will be below in the show notes if you wish to support this Total OS Today technology channel. Well, guys, that's all I have for this one. I will catch you sometime in the future, of course. Enjoy your technology, as I always say, and please don't text and drive. And once again, if you are in Florida, if you have to use your technology to be safe, especially with this monster hurricane, Hurricane Irma. All right, that's all I have for this one, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.